It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cole. He will have a first down here at about the 40. That one goes for 8 yards. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Now hang on here, because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
We're going to be big time now. I got you, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 19 yards away. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Khalif Raymond. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. On first down, Allen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Shakir holds it in. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. so that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Allen going to throw. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. To the air, Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets' sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Goff. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Goff now looking to throw. That throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams, but it's going to be second down. To throw is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Goff going to get this to Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First target, first catch, and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, they'll throw with Allen. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's do this, man.
Allen now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did
down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That's complete to the Porter. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and a yard. Allen off the play fake. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That is caught, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Gets past one man. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 18 yards for James Cook. And the Bills are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. St. Brown in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Goff. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Now 2nd and 5. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, it's gone. That's to the sideline and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to swell the lead to 6. Badgley's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Allen. It fights him off. And they nearly they get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Left side, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Second down, goal to go. Now Allen, a 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 1. 1:55 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw here to his running back.
but they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. This to Laporta, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. This is 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. As he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.